Okay, all right, bet. Yeah, I am watching 250 first, and then I'm watching 450 Moto 2, so we're just flipping it from last week. Um, that is what we were doing. All right, we're here. We are. You'll probably notice we're a little late. Um, that is mainly um, because I had some stuff to do, so I had to work on that. So, but we should have everything figured out. Now I'm gonna swap over to show you guys the points. There we go. All right. So 450 points that we missed last week. It was Cam with a 1-2 to get first overall. And then it was Linz who went 3-3 to get second, and then Trojan went 2 8 or something to get third. But that was the points. These are your 451s, as you could see. And we're gonna go over to our 251s. We scroll down, we saw that it was KFC and Froxy tied. Zaire had most of it. I think it was Zaire. It could have been someone else, but someone, maybe LV. Someone easily had, yeah, it was LV. He easily had it wrapped up, but unfortunately, game crash caused that to kind of end his night and a chance at having the points lead going into round two. So that is that. We're gonna go on to qualifying. Really skimming through this real quick. Froxy, P1, Brad, KFC, Colt, HW, Murda, Aaron. Um, yep. Ethan, Valentine. That guy was George someone last week. Lover Dog, Jam, Ilya, Redo, and so on and so forth. Now we go to 450s. It was Cam, TJ, Linz, Neon, Trojan, Boy, Aiden, Miles, HM, Dory Merritt, Hackon, KN, Mason, RC, Breezy, Pumbaa, Davey, Beeden, Astro, Dominix. I'm not seeing Dizzle in this mix. That is unfortunate. I hate to see that for him. Oh, Boxio, just 11 points out. He's getting there. He's getting there. Picking up pace. Love to see it. But yeah. Oh, that's Aqua. I was guessing it was Aqua, but I wasn't too sure. So, um, we're gonna be here. It's gonna look off centered to begin with, but you'll see why it'll be more on centered once we get there. I believe so. I believe I have the thing up for it to yes I do. So yeah, that'll look more centered on there once we get everything set up. I have no clue what that. Just gonna refresh that. There you go. But yeah, now we just kind of chill. Wait. I'm assuming YouTube is looking good. I hope. Um, yeah, I'm hoping it looks fine. So should be all good to go. And you'll see across the bottom now we got a new thing that now it scrolls for you guys. Show the new positions and whatnot. So that's awesome for Thomas to add for us. Helps out the stream a bunch. See, the server is still a little messed up. That's still a Paboso thing. I don't think he has any like mini updates that came out, so unfortunately, just got to deal with them not looking exactly where they should be. You know, nothing new. But yeah. Not too many skins were sent in. Yeah, and unfortunately, all the ones that were sent like after like 12, I just was not home, so I couldn't get them in. So, it should be fine for next week, since I had something come up that I found out about literally yesterday that I had to do. So, do not have time for that. But here we are. We're just waiting. So now we're just waiting. Get there. Oh, now we're starting. All right. First moto of the day. We got the 250 class, and then we're going to watch 450s for their second moto and have their overalls all made. But we got, let's see, we got Brad, KFC. I probably should have their stuff. Unfortunately, did not download it because it was not home, like I said. Should have their stuff for next week. We got Colt, HW, Murda, Aaron, Valentine, Ethan, Redo, Lover Dog, Jam, Humbo, Mox, MK, Zyre, PW, Ellis, Dylan, Carter, Saki, Brooks. It shows you what port to go in on, like if you have MX, R3, whatever the new one that Thomas created. There's a port for you to do if you have it on. Looks like Caden did not start. Gotta keep an eye on that. But revs are up. Gates getting ready to drop here. Gates down. Who gets a good jump? Looks like some from the middle. Looks like Mox is going to get a good one there. Oh, and some kind of carnage. A couple SKR riders down. But Murda is sitting in P2 behind Mox of MRC. And we got Brad, HW. And then we have Saki. It looks like we lost Aqua, who went down there early. But it is Moxis and Murda and Brad leading the way. We got HW right behind him and Saki. A couple of guys going to be looked to fight for it. Brad, the defending champ on the number 1. Oh, over the bars. Down he goes at the bottom of the first hill. And up the rollers up the hill. It looks still be Mox and Murda leading the way here. See if Murda can go around the outside. The inside's looking a little dominant there for a second. Got to really send the triple, though, in cases it a tiny bit. Murda gets it clean. Up the hill they go. Gets the triple. I think Murda kind of overjumped it, so it messed up his momentum to get to the inside first. So Mox hitting a little double there. Getting a little far. He's really sending it. You can tell it looks a little sketchy on our screens. That is from reverting back to the old thing, so it's going to look like that for probably the rest of the year. So we just got to bear with it. We got HW and Saki. Ooh, Saki cased it, and down he goes, getting the legs. So it allows Lover Dog and KFC to get past him. keeping on his battle. Looks like someone down those mocks out of the lead. So it looks like Murda is going to cross the line first here with HW in pursuit in P2. Oh, got a little squirrely there. And Leverdog in P3. He does have a second of cuts. So that is going to cost him a little bit. I think he has it. I think he has the leaderboard. He should have the leaderboard as well. That's what he's been using. I got the leaderboard from him, so someone was down off the track. Who is that? That is AJ. So unfortunate for him going down pretty early like that. Inside for MK. Can he get a drive on Brad up the hill? Doesn't look like it. Brad going the outside, gets the slingshot up the rollers, and he's going to hold it the inside line here from everyone. Going to go just up ahead of him. We got HW just at a Leverdog now. So I think actually Leverdog is kind of moving closer to him. Hold on, I gotta click on something. We'll see if it changes camera. Thankfully it did not. But then we got Moxis right behind Leverdog for that P3 position. Getting a little step up the hill and going back down the hill now. HW is holding on strong for that P2. Leverdog does have that second of cuts, which is why on the timing scoring he appears behind Mox. But Murda's still leading the way. He's got about a 2-second gap on these guys. And there is Leverdog making the pass on him. And then you'll see on the leaderboard it has those kind of little changes. That's just how much they've moved up compared to the last lap. So it might only move up 1 for most guys. Froxy's moved up 2 from last lap. He's up to 14th now. He saw down leaderboard. And then fast lap is going to be a little weird for these first couple. It always extends it to those about 3-4 minute mark. Once we get later in this race, is HW over the berm, over the rut, and it kicked him out. So down he goes, losing 3 positions. He might lose a 4th to Ethan and KFC. Does not, though. But HW fighting down the right-hand side, sends it. Ethan scrubs to only double. Tries to get a drive up the hill. It might be a little better for him. Side-by-side racing up it, off the track a little bit for HW. But he's going to take the inside line, and the position away looks like Mox is down, going back down the hill. It's KSC, one of your points leaders, Froxy, the other one in 12th. Oh, was trying to get their skins, unfortunately. They were sent after I left home, so unfortunate for that, being able to get them. And I got sent skins from Alex from Moto Academy, but did not get sent bikes, so no red plate in the 42 class either, but we should have their gear. Coming back down the hill, KFC trying to get past HW. This would be for P4. And then he would go after Brad, who's sitting in P3 right now. Oh, but tucks the front end here on the inside. And there goes Aqua right on by him. They got Saki and then Zaire of Aspect finally getting back into the mix here. So over the finish line they go. Around the long start straight. And you got Redo just behind with Ethan of MRC. And you got Aaron Dennis getting in the side of him. Down he goes. Both lines, they kind of both crossed into each other, and down he went. So Aaron, I think he's P3 in points. See it scroll across. Yes, he's only 4 points behind KFC and Froxy. So it's going to really want to try to get forward here. It looks like MK is trying to take down the inside of him. So it looks like Saki just got moved out of the way by Ethan. So Aaron is in P10, coming down the hill now. KFC's in 6th. So that'd be another 4 points for KFC on Aaron. Up the uphill rollers now. Oh, and someone is down here. That is KFC. So now Aaron passes him. So that's going to give him a point. Now he has 2, 3. So now, if it finishes right now, we're only 8 minutes in. But he would be 1 point back of KFC. Through the rollers they go. To the top of the hill, stepping back down. Aaron has a redo right in front of him of that ETO machine. Oh, and MK tucks the front end, goes outside, takes Saki down with him. Froxy gets hit on the he's on the Honda. What the? That's definitely a skin choice from Froxy. Nope, that is definitely a Husky model. He's just painted it all red. And then slapped some duct tape on the stickers. Yeah, the AMS track isn't rough. The Pro track is more like Pro track is this. AMS track is flat. Second in points is Froxy. So Froxy and KSC are tied. And then Aaron is 4 points back in P3. So we saw Froxy there for a little bit. We're going to move forward. We see Zaire, Ethan. There's AJ. Then we see Colt. And then we're going to see KFC, who's up to 9th. So he gained a couple positions. Down the hill he goes. Oog misses the inside rut. Stuck on the outside. Will it go through? So we'll see if this info can help Paboso. I doubt he's watching the stream. But going slow, it looks fine. But going fast, it does not. Ethan is down, for at least net code-wise. Probably won't help at all. But let's see if we'll take any of that info. Then you got Aaron up here. He's P6, so he's 3 positions out of KFC. Never mind, he's 2. That's right, because Ethan just went down. And now the Ethans are battling for P10. Never mind, he's fallen even further back. So Aaron, and there's KFC. So that's your Aaron 3rd, KFC 1st. 4-point difference between them. But Merida's still out front on the leaderboard. You see he's got a 4-second gap with Lover Dog having those cuts. Or it'll be up to 4 seconds. It should be. Nope, never mind. It's still 3. Because it looks like Merida lost some time because it's down to 2 seconds on live timing. On track, at least. It's 2 seconds. Saw the fast lap time scroll across there. Oh, and redo down. He went. I was looking at the times. I did not see what happened, but I can only assume either got hit or he just missed the rut entirely, or he hit that shark fin. It's probably the most likely thing to happen. Let me see. Froxy's still trying to move up the way on that ETS machine. And then Ethan is down once again of MRC. You mean Pinky as in Pinkerton? Or is it like a different guy? There's AJ down. Or is it like a guy that used to be called Pinky on this game? Ah, gotcha. Yeah, anytime I hear Pinky, I think of Pinkerton from Sim. We're back here on KFC right behind Aaron. I'm going to see what he can do here. So this is only a 1 point difference, so he'll gain a point back instead of being 3 down going into next moto. Aaron will be back to, or it'll be up to 5 down. And then you got Aqua just ahead of him. Off the track, moves out the way, lets the battle happen, I guess. All right. We're watching that. KFC got around the inside of Aaron at the top of the hill. But Aaron trying to come back on the inside here. Scrubs a single. Goes for it. KFC kind of cuts him off. Aaron cases a tiny bit. And that ruins his whole momentum up the hill. So KFC is in to that P6 position. You see, it looks like Murda. We're going to go up a bit. Cause that, dang, KFC is 20 seconds down off of Murda, who, there he is in the lead, and there's Lover Dog. Oh, right as I cut to him, he hits the shark fin, and down he goes. And that's going to get Brad into that P2 position here. The commentator's curse at its finest right there. Going up the hill, we got Brad. Like I said, you're defending champ, so looking to, you know, find his stride, because last week it wasn't the best of finishes. Don't exactly remember where he got overall wise, but it's definitely not where he wants to be defending his title. He almost cases that one. Just kind of watching the defending champ work his way through this track. Definitely as rough as last week, so I definitely slowed it down. This track is normally a highway, and kind of seeing how fast they're going through here. It's constantly having to keep the speed up to put in some good laps around this track. Brad slowly working on that. We're going to go back to Lover Dog on that Astro machine, getting still in P3, still a solid finish with HW on that 40 machine right behind him. It's about 10 seconds, but it's P4 for HW. KFC in that P5 spot. Then you got Aaron, or sorry, that's Colt. Looks like we lost Aaron at the top of the hill somewhere through the rollers. And then you see Froxy finally working his way through. It's always the starts with Froxy, pulling a little Levi Kitchen here. Shitty starts, but somehow able to work up most of the time. And you got Colt coming back on track. And then Froxy's going to get back him. He's going to have the inside line on Aaron through the finish line. Can he get it? He cannot. Does he square him up? These guys holding a tighter line than they did in real life. Can't really replicate that big old rut there since the start kind of happens. But keeping an eye on Froxy, see how far he can move up if he could catch up to KFC, which would, if he passes KFC, they are tied, like I said, so maybe that's why he got the red bike. Running the all-red bike because he got the red plate. He just wanted one. He didn't have someone to make it in time, so he just dipped it in a paint bucket. Everything but the rubber on the tires is red. Which I think someone has that made, so we could have had red tires too. Wait, never mind. That I'm thinking of Sim. Whew, close one for Froxy as he overjumped there. Could have gotten the legs. Keep saying, yeah, never mind, that's what it is. So he gets the double there, and looks like KFC is down just up ahead. So these are your 1, 2, and 3 in points. All fighting on the track right now. See what Froxy could do down the inside. Hooks into the rut. Doesn't look like it, but he did. Tell by the way he went around the berm. Getting the triple cleanly. Getting the step up. So Froxy might be being patient here. He has 12:41 left to go, plus 2 laps, so plenty of time to make some moves on these guys. He does have 4 seconds of cuts compared to Aaron's 0 and KFC's 1. And then, you know, up front, you got Murda, about a 20-second gap. It's up to 18 now on track. And then with Brad's 2 seconds, it'll probably push it up to about 20 whenever they go across the next timing gate. Down the inside for Froxy. Can he get a drive on Aaron? He does, because Aaron makes a tiny mistake. Side by side going into the rut. Froxy cuts the line off into P6 on track, but Aaron has no cuts, so that's going to help him stay ahead. Froxy might even get ahead of KFC if these guys battle for long enough. Probably hear my dogs there, but so you'll hear them for a little bit and then they'll stop whining. But Froxy, now he has to get past KFC, who he's tied with, like I said, multiple times. Keep repeating myself. Gets the fly 150. Oh, those looks like a different 150 in here. Oh, and where'd Froxy go? He looks like he went down in that turn after the fly 150. So he's losing a bunch of ground. Now he has only 11 minutes and 2 laps to try to catch back up to this group. See him pushing just that tiny bit there. Don't know if my banner covered it or not, but I saw it. We got KFC once again, P5. Still a strong showing for one of your points leaders, but definitely I think he would prefer to be up front. Even though I think they both tied at 40, so it was an abysmal overall scores to get that points lead. Alright, so well, that's happening. We're going to go up to our P1. Oh, that is a lapper. Is that Murda? That is Murda down. P1. He has a huge gap, so he doesn't got to worry about anyone catching up to him. He's got the lapper moving out the way. Good for him. Over the... What is this? What is this? Bertolone Photography 150. Yeah, no. We're going to fly 150 still. So Murda. The big lead. It's up to, I think it's down to 13. Yeah, down to 13 now. It's with Brad's cuts applied is what that time shows up there. Right, so he's got 9 minutes plus 2 laps left to go. It's about, well, we'll see eventually with the times, but it's probably about 6 laps, 6 to 8. No. Like 5 to 7, probably. We'll see. We'll see. But Murda putting on a good ride here. Looking to get a moto victory. I feel like he got one last week, but one of his moto scores were just too horrible for it to happen. Really should jot some of this stuff down. I'll probably do that after this race. Just doing that for Supercross. Should have been doing it for this, but Okay, HW, KFC. Looks like KFC has HW now because of its cuts. KFC really launching down the hill. Getting the triple here. Oh, and somebody's down. Whose bike is that? That's Lover Dog at a P3. So there goes KFC into P3, trying to extend his points lead over Froxy and Aaron. He's going to lose to Brad and Murda, who I think are not too far behind him. Through the rollers here before the step up. Going back to the step down. About 12 seconds behind Brad. So, got a lot of work to do if he wants to get up to P2. And HW has to pull out 3 seconds if he wants to hold on to P3. But Froxy, after that charge up to P7, he's just had that crash and he's just been stuck there. And HW tucks front end here, trying to go around the outside. That's going to allow Aaron and Lover Dog. Oh, Aaron is moving his way up here. And they got HW and Froxy both on 4 seconds. Actually, HW is on 5 now for cuts. And don't be fooled, that is in fact a Husqvarna that Froxy's riding. He is a red plate holder, so that is what I am assuming. For anyone that is just joining a little later in the stream, that's what I'm assuming why he has the all red bike, because it's red plate. Looking down the inside of HW, over the triple they go. HW got a little more clean. Up the hill. Nice scrub from Froxy, cased a tiny bit, but did not hinder him too much. Through the rut they go. And someone is down. That's Lover Dog once again, so that's another spot for Froxy and HW. Lover Dog is up to 3 seconds on cuts. Over the fly 150. Oh, come on. No dualies, no nothing. Just boner ears. Through the rollers to go. Froxy down left-hand side makes the pass just like that. I think HW cased a tiny bit. And in he goes into P5, at least on the racetrack. I think he was already in there because he was within that second. Then battling up ahead, you got VLS, I think who's a lapper. Krivonos, who is also a lapper. And then you got Aaron, who's just behind KFC. So he's got to get within a second of him, and he'll pass him. And that's 2 points that he'll gain on KFC. So it'll go from him being 6 down to only being 2 down heading into Moto 2 today. Which in turn will let him pass Froxy, who will be 3 down of KFC. If things end the way they are right now. We almost looping out there was Aaron, but he held it together. Got the front end back down. Yes, KFC and Froxy are tied. Gonna go check. There's Valentine. There's Murda. And real quick, that is not Aqua. That's just a different guy. But here's Murda, your leader, who we have talked about very little. Since, it's honestly a good thing. I also should have the points scrolling across the bottom. It's not, current, but it's what was going into this round is what the points are. Across the bottom, as they scroll along, should be at 250 and 451s. Along all that info there. Yeah, looking at Murda here, he's got 3 minutes, 50 seconds, and 2 laps to go. So about 4 laps. About 3-4 laps. We'll see if it gets there in time. Oh, and he got a second of cuts there. So means if Brad can somehow catch up to him, he's only got to beat him by a second. And there is Brad. You saw that gap. Murda all the way up there. And coming through the whole shot line, there's Brad. That is the gap on track. And then we go back see some lappers, and then we see KSC of that SKR machine. See, I don't know which one is Ethan of Digital. You know, they both got 100 numbers. One's 188, the other one is 113. And in Supercross, at least, those two were battling each other, so they just made my life a living hell to commentate them. KSC getting around Dennis, who's a lapper. And then you see Froxy getting around Aaron, so he's picking up the pace here towards the end of the moto. 188 is Ethan of Digital, gotcha. And then Ethan of MRC is the 113. So Froxy ahead of Aaron, but he has 4 more seconds of cuts compared to Aaron's 0. And it looks like Murda has lapped into points. He's lapped KJ, who's 21st. He's moving. I think he's even brought the gap out another second on Brad. So he got a second of cuts, but he also gained a second. Ah. They're telling me that both Ethans were going to be 113 and 118. Crazy work. We got Dayton Egan getting lapped. But Aaron keeping close to Froxy, and that's going to give him a chance at this P4. Which, KFC's 10 seconds up the road from him, so I don't think they're going to catch him unless a crash happens. So now we just got to wait and see. Who's that off the track? That's KJ, a lapper. He's up to 20th now, so it looks like Keelan fell down. And then you got Carter retiring in 22nd. Why retire? You got like 3 laps left. You'd love to see it. Spent 30 minutes just to retire at the end. But Aaron, like I said, keeping it close. And then you got Dennis of Elevate. And let me see, is this KC? Nope, that's Valentine. So KC is way up the road now from these guys. So I don't see it happen. Well, I mean, at that point, just finish. That's what I did. I have this friend, right? He does races with us, or at least used to. I don't know if he still does, but he would complete the full moto, and then I've seen him retire once on the final lap. And I'm like, you have like a minute left at most. Oh, there. Oh, it's Valentine. See, Frox is trying to pull a bit of a gap here on Aaron. Should help him only lose 2 points compared to 3. He'd still be ahead of Aaron either way going into that second moto. And Murda is just, he's put on the afterburners, man. It's up to 15 seconds now. 16 with the cuts. All that within a span of about 2 laps. He's put on that big of a gap. Probably, maybe a crash from Brad, but being consistent is one of the name of the games. Froxy now has 5 seconds of cuts, but he is ahead of Aaron, who I think went down in the back there. Yes, because there he is. Just ahead of Valentina Lapper. I just noticed that Waffle Slayer decided to get off the Yami for outdoors. Rode the Yami all as Supercross, and then I guess just didn't want to ride it for outdoors. Yeah, what? Bullshit. Oh, and KFC's... Damn, KFC down. Hold on. I was like, I kind of believed you, and then I was like, because I didn't see his name, and I was like, oh, never mind, he's still in 6th. So Froxy right on KSC. He's still got to beat him by 4 seconds with a lap and a quarter to go. But now he's right on his rear tire. You're 1 and 2 in points. So 1, 2, 3 in points are sitting 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And Froxy is right on him. But like I said, those 4 seconds of cuts are not helping him out. That he got while coming through the pack. Down the inside line. Takes the position away on track. Closes the door. KSC moves him out of the way. And takes it right on back. KSC might not know how many cuts Froxy has. But white flag last lap. 1 more to go for these guys. As they're lapping people who are in P20 and 19. While Slayer, KSC moves KSC out of the way here. It's honestly some nice clean racing. Not just full on punch. Just moving them out the way ever so slightly. No one going down. You'd love to see it. But now he's got to gain 3 seconds. Because it looks like KSC got 1 second. So it's only 3 seconds Froxy has to gain in this lap. Which a crash is a 3-second wait. So KSC has to stay up, which going at this pace is easier said than done. But down the hill they go. KSC kind of doing a little double there. Oh, had to go slow. It's going to cost him even more time. It's flirting at 2 seconds to 3 seconds now. Froxy has to get around these laps. He's got to get around Keelan. He got around KJL. Coming into the final couple corners. KFC's still keeping it close. Railing the outside there. While that is happening, we're going to go up front for a little bit. Keep an eye on the timing and scoring of between those two. As they are keeping it close going through the lappers. But winning Moto number 1. I believe it's his first Moto win of the year. Don't know if he got one last week. But Murda taking the reins. Proving he is a contender after Supercross. And can win these races with the best of the best. So P1 for Murda. Looks like Brad's going to get a P2. And then we see Froxy here trying to get that P3. Don't know if he has enough unless KSC got some cuts. Into the finish line. Froxy crosses. Is he far enough back? No, he beats him by 0.6 of a second. So KSC is going to be the one to extend the points lead by 2 points going into Moto number 2 here. And then Froxy's going to get 4th. Aaron, a strong fight, but P5 here. Still keeping it close enough for him in the championship. But it does lose 3 points on KSC to push it up to 7 back going into this second Moto. HW is going to come around 7th. And then we have there's AJ come across an 8th. So Sunkau. Don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I'm going to pronounce it. 8th. Sire 9th. And then 10th. Oh, AJ fell down to 10th off of cuts. So that's why he was so far back on that timing and scoring. Then we got Ethan of Digital coming across the solid P11. Humbo, I think it's going to come across P12. It looks like it. Nope, Colt looks to have him, but maybe off of cuts. Think Humbo might have fell too far back. He did, so Colt is going to get 12th. Humbo is going to get 13th. You see on the who were people who moved up. Then you got Jam, 14th. I believe Troy is racing. All right, let me look at points before this thing resets, all right? So HW is 4th. He was 5 points back. Murda was 6th. He was 7 points back. So he gained 5 on KSC, so now he's 2 back going into next race. Brad gained 2, so now he is 3 points back. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, Brad, yeah, so he gained 2 points from being 7 back, so now he's 5 back, and Murda is 2 back. There's a lot of stuff going into this next one. So I'm going to swap over here. So you can see that's what the points look like. Should probably put music on. Those on YouTube aren't going to be able to hear it because it is copyrighted stuff, and YouTube doesn't have double tracks like Twitch does. So Twitch can use some copyrighted music. However, it is YouTube will not. This is not the playlist. There's no way it is, right? Just damn. Just like DM me on Discord. No, I forgot to do it. Oh my god, we had something set up and I fucked it. No. Well, you guys will see it in the 450 class. My ass is just dumb and forgot. Oh, it's same thing as here. Um, Here I guess I could show you guys. Um, it was supposed to be this. CLCam has red plate. Yeah, it was supposed to be that, but I forgot to set it in 250 class. So my bad. Hold on, I'll fucking it would help if I could like get some boys in a server. Like I'll probably just DM them and be like, "Hey, can you hop in the server real quick so I could have red plate?" Damn, crazy work. Yeah, so it should have been easier for you guys to know who Red Plate was, but that's on me. Dash on me. I wonder something. Hmm. I wonder. Maybe I could just do it where I just find their GUID. I can. Fuck yeah. Um. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Now I know how to do it. Um. Oh, I have my thing set where we don't have to be friends to for you to send something. Oh, I got you. I got you. That's right. I just took a screenshot of it, so I shouldn't be able to know. All right. If I could open it. Um. Gonna. Oops. Yeah. That is what the first motor results were. So it was Cam that won, so he extends his points lead over. It was Boy P2, TJ3, Jake 4, Neon 5, Lin 6, HM 7, Callum 8, Choi 9, 10th for Aiden, and then so on and so forth for everyone on by. Oh, Frank decided to run 450s, I guess. I mean, yeah, y'all do what you want. Fucking shouting out and that, just no links. I don't got any sponsors. Ariel does. I don't. All right, let me. I'll go back to showing pictures. I will, in fact, be keeping that up though, so that I know. Um, yeah. Oh, Astro of Digital. I got I should show that or that or that or that. Nope. Nope. There we go. Ta-da. Cut that one. Top 10. All right. Let me go back. Is everyone? Not what I meant. There we go. There you go. Fuck. Oh my god. I'm so acid. I'm so acid being a streamer. Oh my god. I'm dog shit. There you go. Canada and whatever BIH is tied 1-1 for World Cup group play. Crazy how, bro, it's K-Mac, you don't understand, dude. It's crazy how I started stream as I was joining 250 Moto 1 lobby. We are an hour into the stream and we just finished it. We finished it like maybe 5-10 minutes ago. But like, dude, it's crazy how fucking 30 plus twos take an hour to get one in. It's also mainly because it takes these dumbasses in MX bikes 20 years to join their lobby. They see it goes up to like, let me go run time attack. And those same people are also the ones that are like, well, this thing takes too long. Why does it take so long? Because, dude, that pisses me off. Like, whenever I raced, I immediately joined and I was like, fuck it, dude. I'll sit here. I don't care. the ones trying to get an extra little 10th here and there, and I'm just like, dude, join the damn lobby. Alrighty. We is here. Alright, we should be good to go, boys. For our 250 Moto number 2. See if I could find Miles. I got his kit. There it is. There it is. A 261. Does he have it correctly? 261. Is that what he is in game? Oh my god, he has it correctly on like Supercross. Let's go. We got Cam, TJ, Linz, Neon. Cam and Neon were a little fighty there in aerial pits. So we'll see if they come together once again. Gate is down far inside for Cam. Does not get a good jump. I do not have the speed up. I gotta hit page up. And we restart. Fuck me. But I tried, man. I tried. I found out. I found out yesterday. Right, yesterday. Like after 4 o'clock. That I had something to do at 12. And for me, the races start at 1:30. So I was like, well, shit. So here's what I could also have you do, Skirty, right? For SKR kits, send in a pack for the whole year. Fair enough. No, I hit the page up, so now I'm a little quicker. I could keep up with them now. I just forgot to hit it whenever, because I got to do it every time I join the lobby to be fast. Or I could do the, you know what, fuck it. We're going to do the sky cam like they did in real life. You can't, yeah, but I guess where you guys can see mostly everyone. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's what I did when I was Mexican. I just could not give a fuck. Okay, never mind. That's Elevate. Never mind. We're all good. I thought someone sent me like a new default shit, but I realized that's wrong. I just made shit for the whole year, but revs are up. We'll try this one more time. We'll see if we could get it done. See who gets a good jump here. It might be Cam and TJ from the inside. Gate is down. Who gets a good one? Oh my god, Cam and TJ just absolutely sent everyone flying, but it's going to be Mason getting the whole shot here. And Cam around the outside into the leader, points leader. Getting it done with 1-2 last week. Got the victory in Moto number 1, and now he's trying to replicate it here. Go 1-1 in Hangtown. And he's got Aiden of Element FXR right behind him. We got TJ, Mason, Neon. And even got Jake and Cleoxy back there. Looks like Aiden gets held up on the inside right, gets held into Neon, and down they go on the right side of the track. Hate to see that for both of them having good starts to try to fight their way in this championship, especially Aiden after missing that round number 1 last week. Back into this, we got Jake going down the hill with his teammate Boy right behind him. Then you got Miles of Elevate. You know, Boy P2 in Moto number 1, so he's the one to split the Moto Academy boys of TJ and Cam, who are sitting 1 and 2 right now, with TJ trying to follow in pursuit. You see how rough this track got from the 450 class in Moto number 1? Scrubbing his way around every corner. TJ taking a bunch of alternate lines. We'll see if he can hold on here for, you know, keep up with Cam, keep the pace. I don't know how it went for start-wise for them, but you got Jake and P3. They're already starting to build a gap, but boy, the teammates battling here. So it's Moto Academy 1-2, Element FXR 3-4 with Miles of Elevate and P5 with Salty Boy right behind him on that Axis machine. But boy, he's looking feisty today. Got some speed. Like I said, P2, Moto number 1, and now he's trying to set his sights on them again to try to fight for the victory. See if he's got start now, if he could catch up to them on that 21 machine. And there's Jake. Looks like Lynn's made 7 passes that lap, so from the whole shot line all the way to the end. He made about 7 passes. Then you see Axel there. Then you see there is Mason, Jamie, Cromsey, Bedden, Pumbaa. Then you see Davey, Sarev. And then finally see Aiden after that crash. He's back here with his teammate Breezy. And then Neon just that little bit behind him. 250 update. Unfortunately not. Oh, and Aiden went down again. Yeah, I have no clue on 250s, unfortunately. I don't have anyone in there giving me updates and whatnot. Someone's down up here. It's Linz with Sauce. So I don't know. I do got the YouTube up, so I can, if you need to scroll back, you can on YouTube to, you know, see what they finish. As they're quadding up the hill here, you got Linz. Going to go back up front as much as I can. You see Miles, Callum battling here. Dinkerfrushed. Then you got Boy in P3. So it looks like Jake fell all the way down to P11. I think he's behind Linz right now. Never mind, he was. Now he's back ahead of him after Linz had that crash. Yeah. Unfortunately, with how long this night goes, we'd be here for 4 hours if we watched every single moto. So we just kind of have to run them at the same time and alternate. It's Jake and Linz getting close here. Jake puts the hand up. Didn't mean to get in front of him there. Oh my God. Hold it together, Astro. Down he went, though. Linz around the outside. And Jake down once again. So it's gone from bad to worse for your P2 in that Supercross Championship. And he started off the year, I don't think he raced last week, so. But he started last moto, he got a P4, and Boy is past TJ, so he has caught and passed him. Saw Troy there for a little bit. You got Callum here in that P4 position. And then you see Troy up to P5. So better showing right now than that first moto. He got a P9. I think he went 2-8 or something like that at round number 1. Still got third overall, so he's still third in points, but then that P8 in the first moto kind of bumped him down compared to Neon. And TJ had some work to do with that game crash in first moto of last week, as it looks like TJ got back around Boy. Coming back down the hill. Are these guys hitting the double? They are. Oh, it looks like TJ is. Boy is electing not to. And around the inside. Oh, yeah. Boy knows he's on stream. See that? Yeah. Got a little Superman there in the rollers. Looking like good old Travis Pastrami there. And you got Callum keeping it close, keeping Boy honest here. Sorry, did we lose TJ? We did. I was looking at my live timing was showing him all the way 19 seconds back. So he's fallen all the way down to P4, P5. Actually, he's all the way down to P6 now. So just like that, I went from a P2 all the way down to P6. He must have had a crash on the downhill that we missed. And now he is behind Linz, who is in P5. Then Georgian is in P4. He is 2 seconds back. Or sorry, he has 2 seconds of cuts is what I mean. He's also 2 seconds back of Callum. Keeping an eye on Linz. Up the hill, what used to be the off-camber section. But now he has TJ right behind him. TJ getting the doubles through there. Linz kind of doing the alternate line. Still doubling, but just on the alternate rhythm. So Cam already has a 13-second lead on these guys, trying to extend his points lead. He already extended it big time over Linz, who would have been the closest finisher, who got 6th last moto. Should gain him quick mass. Oh, as Troy is down on the downhill here, so that's going to cost him 2 positions to Linz and TJ. Not enough to lose to Jake, though. So quick mass, so that would be 5, 7, 8, 9 points that Lynn's lost. So it would have went from a 7-point lead for Cam to a 16 heading into the second moto here. With TJ trying to close in. Oh, as Lynn's tucks the front end just like that in the rut, Troy gets around him. Lynn's resets just ahead of Jake and Sauce here. See on that scrollboard, it looks like Aiden is still down in P28. So you hate to see that for him, trying to come back in the points after missing that round number 1. Let's see. TJ gained 4 points on Lynn's, which was definitely not enough as he was 15 down. So it puts him only 11 down in this mode. You see the fastest last lap times was Cam, full second quicker than anyone else. I'll probably change that to where it stays up a little longer and whatnot. Down the hill, we're keeping an eye on Jake here. He's got TJ up ahead of him. And then Lenz, who got back. So TJ is struggling here in this second moto. He was up to 4th, and now he's fallen back down behind Lenz and Georgian. Gets the double cleanly there. Still Cam, your points leader, 18 seconds up to 16, 7, something around there, man. It's changing. Right, crazy. TJ trying to make some more moves on Lynn's. Over the fly 150, stays lower, goes inside for the rollers, but Lynn still gets the drive. Does he get the quad? Over jump, down he goes. I don't believe Lynn's ever hit that, so he thought he could get for the quad and was nowhere near it. It's one of those where you're just praying that you get a lucky Pabobo and it doesn't go down, but fortunately he did not. Oh, whoa, there's a little notch there. Looks like he hit that little notch right there and cost him a little bit of time. So now Jake got around TJ just like that. He has a second to cut. Oh, it looks like TJ now has a second as well. So it's there. And let's see. So Troy was 4 points behind, lost 4 points to Neon. So now he was tied with Neon going into this, but Neon going down in that first turn pile up. Or, no, it was a little bit later. He went down with Aiden on this uphill, sorry. And now it looks like Neon has fallen outside the top 20 as he was up to 18th for a little bit. Probably see that whenever it updates on there. And Aiden down in 29th, so he is not having a good time after getting 10th in the first moto. So we're looking at his teammate on that Element FXR machine. So I still think Troy would have been... Yeah, Troy would still been P3 or tied for P3 in points going into this moto. And now I think he will definitely still be P3. Well, fuck me. 4, 5, 7, 9. 7 points he lost to Boy. But Boy only had 26 to Trojan's 37. So he'd be 2 points down. So he'd gained 4 on him, so he'd be 2 points. Oh, my God. So, if it stands right now, based on my math, which a little shoddy here, as Jake goes down in front of TJ, takes him with him, Boy would come out of this P2 in points with the 2-2 if things ended right now, and Troy would be P3 with a 9-4, which I think that's even how the overall scores would be going. No, because TJ would get 3rd overall, but... Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. I'll just do overall scores, guys. That's easier, man. So Lynn's ahead of Sauce. So that's actually Lynn's up to P5 and TJ down to 7th. So Lynn's going, I think he went 3-3 last week for second overall, so that was a good finish for the Unk. So he labels himself. I think he's over 30 now. It's definitely Unk. Got a 10-year gap on me. Like 9 and some change, but yeah. And then you got Trojan who got third overall by going 2-8 or something like that. So see if Trojan can do that again, go 9-2 for possible third. But right now it is TJ with a 3-7. Because he would beat Callum by 1 point. Oh, never mind, there's Troy, so now beat Troy by 2 points and Callum by 3. It's going to be close. It's going to be close for everyone except for Boy and Cam, who are looking to go 1-2 in both motos. Lynn's off the track there. He might get some cuts there, which would affect him, but everyone around him has at least a second to cuts. As there's Callum down at the top of the step up, so that is a pass for Lynn's into P4, helping his chances, which that might even help him out get a... Let's see, because you'd beat this score by 1... Oh! Down he go... Never mind. Well, commentator's curse. Sorry for that, Lynn's. Talking about you getting a good overall podium in... But I unfortunately ended up cursing you. Did not knock on my desk for knocking on wood quick enough. So Callum got back by him. Sauce got by him and TJ. So just like that, Lynn's goes from a chance at a P3 in the overall to possible maybe 6th in the overall with how things are all spread out here with Troy in his 9-3. Bunch of battles all along the track except for your points leader Cam. Looking like Murda did in that 250. Whoa, hold on to her, TJ. Looking like Murda did in that 250 race where he's just checked out 20 seconds up the road. Tell he's having a smooth and clean race. Hasn't lost time and also doesn't have any cuts to his name. Like same as Boy, who I think are the only two that don't. Oh, never mind. Those aren't getting cut off. That's just how it is. Just keeping an eye on these battles here. So we're halfway through the second moto of the evening. Yo, what's up, Alex? Yo, when you gonna double pack these bikes so I could have some? So I can at least see a red plate on Cam's. Aren't you guys just running Yamahas though? Like I've seen pictures. I don't know if can't remember if they're exactly just from you or not, but I've seen you guys are just running. It might be just from TJ, but you guys are just running Yamahas for outdoors, or is it a model swap? Thank you, Alex. Even if you can't get all of them, at least give me Cam so I could have his red plate. If you can't get to all of them before next week. Oh, TJ, who? Misses the inside rut. Nice. I mean, you don't even have to convert. You just have to make an OEM skin and name the paint the same as you do for your model swaps, and it'll work. And then send me that one. Or name the paint file the same. I mean, even I could create some shit as long as I just know the paint file name, and then I could just make it on my own. But whatever is easiest, as TJ is catching his teammate Callum here for P4. Just definitely gonna ruin Trojan's shot at... I think it already did. Alright. Fair enough. Yeah, like I said, whatever is easier, Alex. As down the inside goes TJ on his teammate. And Callum kind of just led him on through. Now, remember, Hakon did qualify for this, and it looks like he has already dipped, so I am pretty sure it reminded him of why he stopped playing the game in the first place by doing this race, so... which I probably do the same. But there's Troy up ahead, so just like that, it looks like TJ is going to make it the same podium for both motos by going third, with Cam winning and Boy getting P2. As these guys are 40 seconds down off of Cam. Alright, save some speed for the rest of us. Trying to beat Lego in the game. Which I think he's already gotten that status of fastest in the game. TJ dropping back down. He's already ahead of Troy, who even Callum's already ahead of him because of all his cuts. Inside for TJ. Avoids a little knuckle there in that rut around the end of it. Man, this shit's really about to look like real life. 250 class interesting, 450 class I could not give a fuck about. That's basically how I do real life. I watch 250s, barely watch 450s. That's it. I could not tell you what happened at Paula or last week other than Jake Coop absolutely rocking his shit on the downhill. But back up the hill we go. TJ has the run, and now he's going to pass him on track for that P3 spot. They've gained some time. It's up to 33, so don't know what happened because it looked like Boy gained some time. So either they both crash at the same time or these guys are just on the move, gaining 8 seconds somehow in one lap on Cam and Boy. Up the hill, getting the quad. Got Callum. Oh, Linz is starting to catch on to this group, so Linz has a shot at P3. He's getting in the mix here. Hold on. Starting to get interesting here. Called this a boring class, and these boys trying to show me up. Let me know I'm wrong. As Troy, oh, look at Troy. Around the outside. Can he get the drive? Up the fly, 150. Right. Absolute dually. Not really. Troy was kind of simple on his one, but TJ threw one. And Troy's going to get back by him, but those 5 seconds not helping him any. Scrubbing down the hill they go. Into Deegan's helicopter downhill. Into where the half pipe thing was. I wish was still there. Got into watching motocross after that, but TJ makes a pass back on track. It still has him on cuts. Unfortunately, I got into motocross after that shit. Only a supercross watcher for the most part. But like I said, Linz is being close. He already has Troy because of his cuts. Has Callum right ahead of him. See if he can make anything happen. Looks like Troy had a mistake in that rut there. Callum might have had the same one. Linz, see if he could get a drive up the hill. He's going to go around the rut here. Cut back in. He stay left or go inside. Callum goes inside. Linz kind of takes the line away. Ooh, almost runs in the back of him. But is holding on steady. Into the middle rut. Scrubbing. Oh, and Linz pulls an AP off the track. He goes in the same spot. Luckily, he doesn't have to worry about all the banners. So now it is Callum and Troy who cases the quad. Troy scrubbing a little too hard there. Throwing a little too steez. I said throw some steez, but not there. And down he went. And that loses him to 2 spots. Don't think Neon's close enough. Oh, look at Neon. He's charged all the way up to a P7. Aiden up to P20. So great charge from Neon. I don't think Aiden will be too happy about what happened earlier, nor will Neon. They'll both probably blame each other. To be completely honest with you. Just how it goes when it comes to this game. But now Linz. Looks like TJ, he's pulled almost a 10-second gap on these two. So he's trying to get a P4 here to go 6-4 on the day for 4th overall, it's looking like. Because Jake is down in P8. So Jake would have to get up to 5th. And Neon would have to pass Linz to beat him in overall. So it would be a, like I said, a 6. Right now it's looking like a 6-5 for 4th overall for Linz. Oh, got a little loose there. Hold it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's how you save it. Saw them hours coming into play there. Them 4,000, 7,000 hours, whatever the hell he has. The knowledge. See Troy going through the rut there. Still got 6 minutes plus 2 laps left to go here, so anything's possible for Linz to catch up to TJ and all. Let me see the last laps. TJ was 3 seconds quicker than anyone else. Don't even see Cam on there, so he probably had him. Oh my God, he is moving. TJ is catching up to Boy. As is that Boy, that is a lapper, but you see Boy just going the other way. This was a 20-second gap about 5 minutes ago, so in a span of 4 laps, he's brought it down about 15 seconds. Oh, into the shark fin, saves it. He is pushing. I mean, this is a chance for P2 overall. Instead of losing another 5 points to Cam, he's only going to be losing 3. So instead of losing 10, he only loses 8, which, you know, don't want to be losing points, but damage control is the name of the game whenever you have to lose points. Coming on to the finish, got the little table here. Back on the start they go. Ooh, looks like TJ got another second of cuts. So now if he passes Boy, he has to beat him by 3 seconds. Which is an entire fall off crash. Then Linz is finally around Callum, but he has 4 seconds of cut, so he gained 3 somewhere. Oh, he gained 1 last up, so he gained another 2 other times, and then looks like Jake gained 2 seconds. Oh, absolutely scrubbing it from TJ. There they go. He sees Boy right ahead of him, but like I said, those 3 seconds are going to hinder him. Because it's one thing to get around, but then pull away, which, I mean, he has the pace. He's been showing it. Over the fly 150. He is real close now to Boy. He will probably make the pass, and he has 3 minutes to gain 3 seconds. So you see Meeks is a lapper. Down the inside he goes. Absolutely sends it. Pushes Boy out of the way. And into P2 he goes on track. Now he has to gain 3 seconds, which it looks like he's already gained about a second here. Just in that one little downhill. Might be only about half second. Boy is just scrolling on through. It's going to be an easy P3. Because he has to get, it looks like, 8th, and that's where he would tie with Linz, I believe, for it. Yeah, if he got 8th, he would tie with Linz on it. So He has a big buffer here. It's about 40 seconds. But man, he's pulled it out to, it looks to be almost 3-4 seconds now for TJ. So he is on the move. See it scroll across where he has that, where the lap times are for last lap in a bit. See just how much faster he is than most of these guys. Like I said, at the 10-minute mark, he was 40 seconds down off of Cam, so I think it's too little too late for a charge. See, there are the times. It looks like Cam has started to slow down. For next week, I will have it changed where that stays up longer so you guys can look at it. Probably have something like that stay up for like 30 seconds or something. And TJ is on the move. He's ahead of Boy now. You see there's Boy. Then we go back. We see Meeks as a lapper. Then we see Lynn. So he's not too far behind Boy. The chance of getting third here in the second moto. Go a cheeky little 6-3 for Linz. But he's got those 4-second time penalties. So it all depends on how, slow Boy is willing to go. Sure, he would love a double podium day. So let's see. That's Linz 32 seconds back. So got about 3 laps left here. Because Cam is not going to cross the line before it expires. So 3 laps left to go. Ooh, Meeks. Kind of got into... Linz kind of got into him, but both stayed up. See Linz taking some of these alternate lines here. And down this hill. Ooh. And on track. I don't have a real time update. If I had the live timing, I probably would be able to give you guys that, but I don't. Tell you guys what's going on in 250s, but I will show you the overall after this whenever Ryan can get those posted. But keep an eye on Linz here. We'll see how much he closes in on Boy. As there's Boy just up ahead. So 2 to go. 2 and some change for Linz here. Don't know if it's enough for him to pass him and then gain 4 seconds on him. Down the hill he goes. And it's not enough for TJ, which I think he might know that, so looks like he's backed down just a little bit. Oh, and Boy's down on the uphill, so that's going to cost him. See Mason a lapper just up ahead, so now Linz just has to gain some time. Ooh, Mason almost ruined Boy for that. So now it is a time crunch to gain, it looks like about a second, maybe 2 on Boy now for Linz to hold on to get a P3 here. Goes 6-3 on the day. Will not beat Boy's 2-4 for P3 overall. Gonna be close though. So this is what we're gonna be watching as over the bars he goes. That's enough for Linz. Over the bars, and Linz, that's gonna be enough to give him that P3 with those 4 seconds of cuts. Oh, that's Mason down. That is not Linz. Whew. And then there is Linz all the way up here. So that is a P3 for Linz here in the second moto. Back-to-back weeks of podiums in a moto. He'll have, if you could just hold on, knock on wood, he'll have 3 podiums in 4 races this year. So that's a good start for your 2024 champ. As we head up, there's TJ. It is white flag here for your points leader. Haven't looked at him much, but we're going to go up there and try to find him. Is that him? That is not. That is Axel. Going up ahead. There he is. Oh, nope, never mind. That is Aiden. So he has lapped Aiden, who is in P16. So it's going to be around a 10-16 day for Aiden, which, I mean, it's not horrible. Still getting points, but I know he wanted top 5s at least, or bare minimum top 10s for motos. But with that start and getting about 3 crashes in a lap, colliding with others, I'd say it's pretty good for him. Cam just unstoppable today. Didn't really look at how much he won the first moto by. I just know he beat Boy and TJ. But still a great ride for Cam. Getting the step up, and then he's going to do the step down. See, TJ's still about 5/10 quick, 4/10 quicker than him, but then they're quicker than everyone else on track. See if Fish wants to go. Another lap if he's going to stop, but to make it 3 for 4 on the year, Cam's going to win another moto and the overall. That is 2 for 2 on overalls, and like I said, 3 for 4 on moto wins. So Cam looking just as unstoppable as he did in Supercross. With, if we could go back far enough, there's TJ is going to come across the P2. Got 1 win last week, and it's going to be just up short, going 3-2 on the day. See if he can get up. He should be able to. Linz has more cuts than him. But like I said, 3-2 on the day for second overall. Not what he wants, but definitely could have gone 1-1. Linz is going to get another podium. Like I said, it has 3 podiums for 4, so that's a good start for your 24 champ. But TJ, that game crash in the first moto last week definitely cost him a chance at a good shot, because he might have gone 1-1 last week. And then a 3-2, so it would have been a close title fight. Instead, it's a big one. Trojan's going to come across the line P4, but he has a bunch of cuts, so Callum is going to get him for P4. And then Boy is going to come across in P6. So he just inches out Linz by 2 points for third overall. And then you got Neon. So it's going to be Cam P1 overall, TJ P2. It's going to be Boy P3, Linz P4. And then Jake's going to come across the line 7th, 8th for Davey. Sorry, 8th for Jake, 9th for Davey, Neon 7th. Jake with a 4-8. Beats. Ties with Neon. So it is going to be Cam, TJ, Boy, Linz, Neon, Jake, and Trojan for your top 6 in the overall. Cam now has a huge lead. I don't think TJ passes Linz in points, so Linz is going to be P2. I will look at 250s whenever they get posted. I'm going to try to look at them right now. Points are not up yet, so I assume races are not either. Nope. Well, that's happening. We're going to go to this. I'm going to actually join back in that lobby so I could try and get our points leader set up for next week. Or so that he could be on the leaderboard is what I mean. Nope, don't. We just kind of we be chilling. I should put on some music. Some music. Yeah, there's just some music for guys on Twitch. Since I only see 3 on YouTube, it's like, nyeh. You guys won't be able to hear it because it's all copyrighted shit. Fuck, they reset it. God damn it. No. Oh well. I'll have it set by next week. I tried getting into there so I could see it for you guys, but it's unfortunate. Yeah, I will show you guys whenever Ryan can get them up. There is no way Brock W has already started streaming. Holy shit. Brock W started streaming before EU ended. His timer on his time trial shows 107 minutes. He's already been fucking grinding for an hour and a half. He just went live. Holy shit. This man has started grinding before EU ends. What a guy. What a guy. Alright. I got 250s. I should have 250s for you guys because 450s is loaded. Yes, sir. Alright. We're gonna show this shit. Alright. There we go. So race 2. How'd race 2 go? Froxy won. Brad, KFC. So Froxy's your points leader. Because KFC only gained 2 on him. Froxy beat his ass in the second one. So he's your new points leader. So that's your overall. Brad won the overall by a point. So shout out to him. Beat Froxy and then Murda Petrie on the day. Go to this. I mean, kind of already know, but Cam, TJ, Boy, Linz, Callum. Callum tied with Neon and Jake, and then so Troy got 8th. My bad. Forgot about Callum. That's my bad, Callum. My bad. So now we refresh these, so then we get some points. So there is 450s. So Linz is P2, TJ P3, side with Trojan. There you got Neon in 5th. So it is Cam in the lead by 21 points. Crazy work. And then he has a 30-point lead over TJ in Trojan. And then we go to 250s. Proxy. It's not updated. You know what? I'm going to manually do this shit. So Froxy is in the lead by 3 points. And let's see, how far Brad behind him? He's 3 points behind him. Yeah. See, how many points were you back going into this? You were 7 back, and if you won again, you would have been points leader. Merida. Unfortunate. But you're still there now. I mean, you lost points to Froxy. You lost a point to Froxy, so you're 8 back. So you're 8 points back of Froxy. You are 6 back of KFC. Well, if Froxy, I mean, if you got second, you would have won the overall. But if Froxy would have won, you would have been like 1 point down on points lead. Wait. Let me do this. Show you. Yeah. So going into this, you were 7 down. You gained 5, so you were only 2 down going. You were only 2 points down going into second race. Two points down, and you were tied with Froxy. So yeah, you were tied with Froxy going into Moto 2. So you had to beat Froxy to have points lead. But you went from 5 points up to 3 down of KFC. No, you went from 2 down to back to 5. Fuck me, math is hard. Can this shit get updated, please? I don't want to do math. Thank you. All right, so here we go. Fucking this helps me from doing my bad math. You went from 7 down to 8 down. And you are 5 back from KFC. And you got 2 back from Brad, so you are 4th in points. So that will be it. Oh yeah, it's close. I'm telling you, man, 250s are. It's gonna be like real life. 250s are close. 450s are just fucking blown out the way. Cam has a 21 point lead over P2 and 30 over P3 already, and we are 2 rounds in. So 250 might be late. I will be watching 250 Moto 2 next week and 450 Moto 1 because I'll be alternating. So, but yeah, that'll be it. Thanks guys for hanging out. I'll see y'all next week for Colorado, Lakewood, Thunder Valley. There we go. Hopefully it's a good race tomorrow in real life. But yeah, peace out, guys. I'll be seeing you later. Deuces.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight.